Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading. I already did it halfway and then the video cut out. So this is my second attempt, which will be very interesting to see if the same reading comes through. I'd imagine it will. Before I go any further, I want to say a huge thank you to those who've sent in donations and for some of the beautiful comments I received in the last day, and some from last night that I read this morning. That reduced me absolutely to tears. I don't think that you realise the impact you have on my journey by sharing your stories. So it's sort of, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel that sometimes when you're telling me things are coming in for you, as I've said in my readings, or even like somebody said with the timing was so hugely accurate, or actually two people have said about the timing. I guess for me, it's not about validating the readings, because I absolutely trust Spirit 100% that the things that come through are for you. I'm not always 100% confident of timing, I've got to say, so I'll always have a stab at it. Sometimes hugely accurate, sometimes it's a little bit longer, and that depends on the energies, of course, of everything that's going around. But it always makes me feel so very grateful to be on this journey, to understand, you know, the impact I have on others. And like I said, I don't think you realise that that has a twofold result, because you have a huge impact on me. I'm a little bit emotional this morning, so just bear with me. It was just really beautiful to hear your stories and know that beautiful things are coming in for you, and for those who shared them with me, and the beautiful donations I received yesterday as well. Please realise that you just mean so much to me, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Well, I would be here, but I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for you. All right, there's some sort of offer coming in for you here. Now, I've got to say to you that exactly the same thing happened when I tried to do the reading just a little while ago. So there's an offer coming in. I feel like for some of you it's about work. I feel like you're getting news that perhaps you've been waiting for a while. I do think that this is coming to people that haven't been able to get a job, or haven't sort of been able to move forward on their journey, because this energy that's coming through is extremely, it's like a relief. It's like that feeling of Christmas coming when you were a kid, like so excited. So, and as I said, I got that through this morning. All right, I am using the Pagan Tarot for your reading. If you want any information about classes I'm running, readings, donations, everything is in the box below. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Okay, so we have the six of cards coming through. I was trying to do that in one word then. Six of Cups coming through. Now, the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, reminiscing, looking back towards or looking backwards, not towards, looking back at your past to really sort of remember beautiful things. Maybe you've been going through sort of a bit of a nostalgic time at the moment. Sometimes this can talk about someone returning. It can talk about soulmates. It can talk about past life energies, depending on how it comes out in the reading. Okay, so we have some of you here closing down your past. You're probably have been trying to let something go here, trying to move on from something. The Ten of Wands talks about the end of a cycle. It's something to do with your past that you're letting go of here. We have the Hanged Man, so maybe you've been trying to see things from a different perspective. Maybe you've been trying to let go of certain energies or people or situations, and you've been finding that, you know, a difficult thing to do. And I know that the universe has been bringing lots of messages through about just releasing and being able to go with the flow. This card sort of talks about seeing things from a different perspective. So I feel like a lot of you, and this is the same as the reading I did before, a lot of you are letting go of the past energies, and this is going to allow you to close out some sort of cycle here that's keeping you held back from what you deserve here. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is jobs coming through. Now you've released it. Now you've let go. You're not stressing, worrying, and sort of hanging on every moment anymore. Once you've let that energy go, it's like the universe just goes, wow, okay, you're ready for the next thing now. It's about raising your vibration. It's about letting go of this fear, this anxiety, this stress. And you've got a brand new start now because you're moving into what is truly yours, what is yours to claim, what is in your future, what belongs to you. And I've just had the biggest flip in my tummy. So I know that it's happening for a lot of you at the moment, where you're finding you are able to realize why you need to let go of the energy that's holding you back from manifesting the future you want. Okay, so we have a King of Pentacles coming through here. Now, the King of Pentacles can represent Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. He can be a husband figure, but he can also be someone who's coming in to offer a job, work, or something new to you here. I do note that I'm noticing the book that's in his hand today, so I'm not quite sure what the book entails. Maybe some of you have got a book offer. Maybe some of you are getting some sort of recognition for something you've written. But there's definitely money changing hands here and some sort of offer of stability. All right, let's have a good look. Okay. See me, I go backwards and forwards. No spatial ability when it comes to this camera, that's for sure. Okay. I didn't want to see that first. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles coming through. This is a lot of money here. So some of you are getting something that you've really dreamed of here in terms of either work or a job or something that's coming your way. This could be a lucrative deal in regards to a book offer, something you've written, something you may be doing articles for a magazine, you may work for. It sort of has this feeling that it's much higher level than just sort of there's some sort of deal coming through here that feels high level, a lot of money. Okay, I do have the Ace of Wands coming through. So I feel this may be for some of you your life path energy. It may be something you've been working towards for a really long time. Something you feel very passionate about, something that you're really striving for, and you're finally being recognized. All right, Nine of Swords. So there was some worry and stress behind this, and I saw that in that little mini read. So there's a feeling that things weren't going in your direction, that you weren't getting what you wanted. And I'm here to say it's about to hit here in the very near future. Some sort of financial deal. It may be a job that's going to pay really good money, but it's sort of pulling you out of a hole here and giving you an opportunity to start anew. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands coming through. The Five of Pentacles. Wow, you have been really, really worrying about this. I tell you what I feel. And the Two of Wands, because you've got a new path to travel now. And I feel that you are knowing this. Sometimes when we want something so desperately, you know, and we want success, we want to be recognized, we want to be loved, whatever it is for you, and you've invested all your time and energy into trying to get something to manifest, and it occupies every moment of every day, that's the energy that holds you back. That is your desire. That is the codependent energy. That is the, if I don't have this, I can't survive. If I don't have this, what I've put out there, then I can't become the person that I'm meant to be. If I'm not recognized for these talents, then I'm not talented, and that goes to show that I'm wasting my time. Those are the energies that hold you back. They are all the energies of lack. When you realize this and understand how to let it go, what happens is you immediately release the energy in your body, and you immediately raise your vibration, because you're no longer coming from that lack perspective. So if you find that you're negatively programming yourself by saying this can't happen, which is some of what's been happening here, when you finally release that energy and start to see it in a more positive way, so that means, you know, looking at things with gratitude, being grateful for what you have already, then the universe seems to bring more to you. So it's sort of like that's how manifestation works, and it's certainly how you bring in something new, by releasing that energy of lack or whatever's holding you back. What's happening here is you're finally getting to move in the direction, and I feel like this not being offered or this not receiving is making you question and doubt yourself or your energy. So it's sort of like you have been really down on yourself. Something changed here because a cycle has been closed out, and that was very clear in the last reading I did, that a lot of you are realizing what you're doing and you're closing out this cycle now. All right, let's move on. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles coming through. We have the King of Wands. Oh, and we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. I'm going to put some more cards on this just to get a bit of clarity, but it looks like somebody's coming in to give you some news. All right, so we've got something from the past that we're learning to release. We're closing a cycle down. We're now realizing things are different to what we were seeing before, and we're releasing the energy that was holding us back. This is about putting work into something, but I feel like for some of you, this is bringing work in. There seems to be a release of this sort of holding back, not wanting to see the future energy because you're holding on to the past. But I see clarity coming through here. I do see the Ten of Cups and the Tower behind that, but I'm not going to go into that so much. I think the Tower's probably making you realize that things are very different to what you saw. Okay, because sometimes we look back and we think, wow, all the signs were there and we just weren't listening. Ace of Swords, though, coming through, let me know that this is definitely a new time for you, a new truth, a new energy coming through that you can now work with. So I feel there's a lot of you out there closing a cycle, releasing the past, learning to embrace the future, letting go of the feeling of lack and embracing the feeling of gratitude or gratefulness or whatever you'd like to see it as. But it's sort of, you know, people say about the positive thing, and now because we've got this whole thing going on about, oh, you know, looking at things in a positive way might not necessarily be good for you, and all the psychologists worrying that that puts too much pressure on people. So don't look at it that way. Look at it as you are grateful for what you have. And even if you don't have a lot, we've all been down in the, you know, having nothing place, believe me. The one thing that you can always do is just go one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, and be grateful for whatever you have in that moment. Okay, and there it comes again. That's one of the cards that keeps jumping out at me. The Page of Cups. Some sort of love offer coming in that's going to change the way you see your world. Okay, let's just put some more cards on this though. Oh, look at that. Stability. All right, so I have somebody here who is bringing in news for you. Now, it looks to me like you're getting some sort of news about money, a job. I can't see love here. And yet I keep getting this sort of Page of Cups, which sort of talks of love, creativity, expansion. For some of you here, this could be an announcement. But I feel like with this sort of energy of receiving here, that there is somebody gifting you or bringing you financial relief. But there's some sort of truth that needs, wow, we have the Death card coming through with that Ten of Cups. I was waiting for the Tower then. The World's come through, which came through in the What's Cracking reading. So there is some sort of change in you here. There's something you're learning to let go of with the Death card, and it's bringing in the Ten of Cups. So this release that you're feeling is going to bring in a lot of joy for you. And it may have been really difficult. I have people saying to me often, it is really, you know, hard to let go of something. You know, we have this very, it's a codependent energy. So if you want to understand that, it's the energy of thinking that something can save you from yourself. So, you know, I can't move on without this relationship because this relationship defines me. It's who I am. Or I can't move on and forgive someone because I need to hang on to that because that helps me to work with the pain. But it's all those energies of feeling like something that you're hanging on to is somehow rescuing you or keeping you safe. Now, this card has come out for you, and it is the Eagle King. And it talks about the big picture and angelic help. And it's number 12, I think. If I'm reading it right. Yep. Okay, the Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. Need I say any more? You're on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going, because you're trusting. You're letting go of the energy that's been holding you back, and you're trusting now where you're being led. The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of fog. He makes a formidable ally as he takes your prayers up towards the sun and releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It is a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. There you go. Beautiful clarification for the reading. Have a wonderful day.